Not much drama left in Scotland as the season is coming to a close, but can Rangers remain unbeaten for the entire campaign? We'll take a little look next. Strike folks, back once again with another purchase show. Today we're taking a look at match day number, I don't even know, 2, 35, 38, I don't even know, out of the Scottish Premiership, and we'll get to that in just one second. If you're new, smash your subscribe, click your bang today with all things Scottish football related, Blabbing Rose related, we get it all here, boys. It is one of those, again, unfortunately, folks, once we're going to cut straight to the bloody chase, but because I've got no real time this week to bring you up to date with, of course, the prediction leagues and all that kind of stuff, so we are going to try and condense this to as quick as bloody possible. But if you are new, bang the old subscribe, bang the old thumbs up, of course, bang up to date with all things Scottish football related. So I'll bring you back up to date with, of course, the Scottish Premier League and Scottish Premiership, probably in a week's time when things are a bit calmed down. But before then, so just keep on getting your picks in. Of course, we'll continue what we're doing, and eventually we'll wrap this baby up because we're going to get a winner very soon. Of course, the winner is edging closer. But let's get cracking. Take a look at what I'm talking about. Those previous games, which did take place. When was it? Of course, on the 10th of April. Of course, yeah, about 9 days ago now. It was Hamilton Academicals against Dundee United. It was a 1-0 win in the end for Dundee United. Mark McNulty on the score sheet giving Dundee United the win. Actually, with the 2-1 win myself, so not too shabby on that one. Kilmarnock get us a point out of Ross County. 2-2 with the end. Actually, I have the 2-2 win myself. Goals from Chris Burke, Mitchell Pinnock as well. Michael Gardine and Alex Lacovitetti on the score sheet giving Ross County a show of sports. Meanwhile, Motherwell picked up a win as well over St Mirren with Devante Cole on the score sheet. That was in the Premiership relegation group. Meanwhile, over in the Premiership Championship group, it was Celtic up against Livingston. It was a 6-0 demolition for Celtic. Statement of intent there. Mohamed El Noussi with a couple of goals there. Jack Fitzwater with a big OG. David Turnbull, James Forrest and Ryan Christie on the score sheet. Giving Celtic a 6-0 win. I actually remember the 3-0 win myself, so not too shabby. St Johnstone did lose against Aberdeen, ex-Celtic man. Johnny Hayes on the score sheet giving Aberdeen the W. 2-1 for me, not too shabby. And Rangers continued their wins. Of course, 2-1 winners over Hibs. Joe Adibo on the score sheet, Ryan Kent as well. Kevin Nesbitt going to want to go for Hibs in the end. As you can see, I just got myself one wrong, which is pretty good. But anyway, of course, what's that done to the overall table? Well, here we go. It is the confusing situation. That is the old Scottish football. Here it is, right here, right now. Of course, Rangers are still top of course, the second phase. 92 points on the board. Celtic are second. Hibs are third. Aberdeen fourth. And Livingston fifth. And St Johnstone sixth. As for the relegation group, Dundee atop that one. Of course, St Mirren as well. Up there as well, doing very, very well. Hamilton going down at the moment. Kilmarnock not too far away either. As you can see, Dundee United have actually got more points now than St Johnstone, but of course does not do nothing to their situation in the league. Of course, we'll bring you back up to date with, of course, the latest round of matches and your picks next time, I believe. It probably will be next time, of course. When are the games actually for Scotland? We got this week. It's like tomorrow. So you'll bring up to bang up to date with, of course, the next round of matches with the prediction league after this conclusion. So let's get into it then. Of course, take a look at the next round of matches. Kick it all off with what we got here. We got what are we looking at? We are looking at Hamilton Academicals against Motherwell. Is that right? We are. Of course, this match will take place on Wednesday, the 21st of April. This is just a day or so away. Let's take a look at this one. Played for the last 6 performances of Hamilton. Nothing but Motherwell 2 draws. Last time around in Hamilton was a 3-0 win for Hamilton back in, of course, January this calendar year. Goal scorers on the day were Lee Hodgson, Ross Callaghan, and of course Callum Smith as well. They also pitched a couple other times in Motherwell. Was, of course, a 4-1 win for Hamilton as well in February, and of course a 1-0 win in Motherwell third part back in, of course, August this calendar year. So no joy whatsoever for, of course, Motherwell over Hamilton this season. Of course, heading into this though, Motherwell come to winning 5 of the past 6 games. The only hiccup was a defeat to Kilmarnock. As for Hamilton, they've actually lost 3 of the past 4. The only hiccup positive was a draw a couple of games back. Meanwhile, the bookies odds on this one: 9-5 Hamilton, 5-2 is draw, 11-8 is your Motherwell. Of course, sitting pretty in, of course, the I don't even know the situation out on the table. I really am going to Scooby-Doo what we do here. Of course, Motherwell top at the moment, I believe, of this relegation group. I don't know, with the course of wins so far. A win keeps them right where they are. As for their opposition, Hamilton Academicals, they come into this rooted to the foot of the table, but a win also could give them a big old jump. I don't know, up to first. I don't even bloody know. I don't understand it. I really don't understand it. Because the WhoScored.com, it's an absolute embarrassment what they're doing here with this. But anyway, let's kick it off. Well, I've gone with a win on here from Motherwell to continue their fantastic recent form and make it, 5 wins out of 6. Of course, next up we've got Kilmarnock up against Dundee United. Let's take a look at this one then, shall we? Of course, played for the last 6 months for Kilmarnock, 3 for Dundee United. 2 draws last round in Kilmarnock. It was a 1-1 draw back in February 2021. They also played each other earlier in the campaign, way back in August. Of course, it was a 4-0 win for Kilmarnock back in the day. Meanwhile, they played each other at Tannadice in December. It was a 2-0 win for Dundee United. Heading into this one, Dundee United 4 wins on the spin, beat the likes of Aberdeen, Partick Thistle, Aberdeen Academicals and Forfar in quick succession to make it 4 wins on the spin. As for Kilmarnock, just one blip in the recent run of 4 games as well. That was a draw against Ross County. They previously won against Motherwell, Stenhousemuir and Montrose, as of course they are on a good bit of form recently. Look at the bookies odds on this one. What do we have on this one? We have Kilmarnock coming at you, of course, 23-20 for the victory, 12-5. So 11-5 is your draw, 5-2 is your Dundee United. Again, I don't even know what's going on in the table, absolutely, but I'm going to go with a win. Actually, I'm going to go with a draw on this one, 1-1, right down the middle. Points happy, right down the middle. That's what I'm talking about. Next, of course, was Ross County, taking, of course, St Mirren, of course, played to the last 6 months for Ross County, 4 for St Mirren, 1 draw last round in Ross County. Was a 2-0 win for St Mirren back in, of course, Boxing Day this calendar year, or this season, of course. Played each other, though, also in St Mirren a couple of times back in February, to a 1-0 win for St Mirren, also a 1-1 draw for St Mirren, well, for everybody, of course, back in August. I am absolutely clueless with this Mickey Mouse League at the moment. No disrespect, I just don't get this divide. It does my boxing. Of course, heading into this, Aberdeen Academicals just 1 defeat the past 4 games. That was against Motherwell. Meanwhile, without a win in 4, that's of course Ross County, with the last victory coming against Kilmarnock all the way back in March. Look at the bookies odds on this one. We have Ross County coming at you, of course, at 90-10 for the victory, 23-10 is your draw, 11-8 is your St Mirren. Who knows what's going on in the division? I don't even know, but I'm going to go with a win for Ross County on this one. 2-1 win in the end over St Mirren to get the 3 points. Kicking on to the championship group now, even though I still don't know what's going on in this one. Hibs up against Livingston, of course, played to the last 6. Just 1 win for Hibs, of course, 2 wins for Livingston, 3 draws last round at Easter Road. Was a 3-0 win for Livingston back in January this calendar year. Also played each other a couple of times in Livingston. Of course, it was a draw back in March. Also 4-1 win for Hibs back in August as well. Heading into this one, of course, Livingston back-to-back defeats, losing this, of course, 6-0 to Celtic. Also 2-2 draw in the Scottish Cup, ultimately losing on penalties or whatever it is, away goals, I don't even know. As for Hibs, they come into this just 1 defeat the past 5. That 1 defeat was against the Rangers, of course. They do come into this on the back of a win against Stranraer in the Scottish Cup. And of course, they're looking very good for that 3rd place overall in the league. I don't care what you're doing about all of the rest of this stuff. Meanwhile, the bookies odds even seems the Hibs, 23-10 is your, 14-5 is your Livingston on this badger. Yeah, don't know what's going on in the league. I don't care, but I'm going to go with the Hibs win on this one, 2-0 win. In the bloody end, into the final 2 now, we have St John's up against Rangers. Will they be unbeaten? That's the question that everyone's asking right now. Of course, played each other 3 times this season. 3 wins out of 3 for Rangers, of course. Picking up a win at Ibrox last round in February. Also, back-to-back 3-0 wins prior to that, of course, back in December and, of course, in August. Last round in St John's, there was a 3-0 win as well, with goals from Kemal Roof, Glenn Kamara and Ines Haji, with Miko O'Halloran getting himself sent off. Rangers winning 23 last 26 matches in the Championship. They come into scoring at least 2 goals in the last 7 away against St John's. They come into 3 wins on the spin, of course, being likes of Cove Rangers, Hibs, and, of course, Celtic as well. Meanwhile, also coming into this, the last 4 games, so they played them in the Scottish Cup and they kicked their ass as well. The last 5 games, of course, for St Johnstone, just 1 blip. That was against Aberdeen a couple of games back. So they're actually a bit stubborn at the moment, St Johnstone. Of course, bookies odds 11-2 for the victory, 14-5 is draw, 15-8 is your Rangers on this one. Again, don't know what's going on the table. A win will keep Rangers unbeaten. As for St Johnstone, a win will get them moving up in the right direction, of course. 2-1 win, though, for Rangers on this one, and, of course, to continue the unbeaten reign. Aberdeen up against, of course, Celtic, of course, getting into this one. Played the last 6, nothing for Aberdeen, 5 for Celtic, 1 draw last round. At Pittodrie was a 3-3 draw back in October 2020. Of course, they played each other 3 times in Glasgow, once in the Cup, 2-0 win for Celtic, and, of course, back-to-back wins in the league, and back-to-back 1-0 wins as well. Celtic winning 8 of the last 9 matches against Aberdeen on all comps. They come into just 1 blip in the last 6 games, and 1 blip was against Rangers in the Scottish Cup. Prior to that was back-to-back wins, beating, of course, Falkirk and Livingston. As for Aberdeen, that's 3 wins on the bloody spin. Of course, heading into this one, the bookies odds on this one, 7-2 for the victory, of course, for Aberdeen, 11-8 on is your Celtic, 11-4 is the draw. Again, don't know what's going on in the league, but a win for Celtic I can see with a 2-0 win in the end. And like I said, boys, that's all I've got for you today. It is short, sharp and sweet, of course, and hopefully we'll be back to normality very, very soon. As, of course, this week is coming to a rapid conclusion, of course. So get your picks in us, and we'll take a look at the leaderboards when we come back around for this one. But until then, smash your thumbs up, smash your subscribe, and I'll see you all next time for some more Scottish picks. Until then, bye-bye.